Raise a glass of rice beer for your mental well-being by Sahana Ghosh. For tourists, soaking in the spirit of Northeast India often translates into tasting the local brew, dominated by fermented rice beverages such as Apong from Arunachal Pradesh or Xaj Pani of the Ahoms. But who would have thought that these home brews can actually improve your mental well-being? Bring me a tumbler already. Consumption of cereal-based beverages such as rice beer is intrinsically linked with the socio-cultural heritage of the Northeast and Eastern states in India. They are naturally loaded with a variety of probiotics, live microorganisms that, when consumed in adequate amount, confer a health benefit on the host. Now researchers are exploring how rice-based drinks from Northeast India could potentially be used as therapeutics for tackling anxiety, depression, stress, and improve overall mood. It's only in the last 10 to 15 years that the gut-brain connection was cemented by scientific research. Diet is a vital factor in regulating the gut-brain link. As recently as 2013, Irish scientists introduced the term psychobiotic. At that point, it was referred to as a subset of probiotics, microbes with a positive impact on mental health. Prebiotic was added to its fold subsequently. In fact, a new book, The Psychobiotic Revolution, delves deeply into the concept, you are what you eat and you are what your gut microbe eats. Experts estimate that globally a staggering 5,000 varieties of fermented food and beverages are being consumed by billions. And 90% of naturally fermented foods and alcoholic beverages are still produced at home in traditional style. In India, they are extremely popular in different tribes of Northeast India, West Bengal, Orissa, and Jharkhand. In Assam, the beverage is known by different names. Apong by Missing, Xaj Pani by Ahom, and Jo Bishi by Boro tribes. In fact, every tribe has its own unique recipe to prepare the starter cake that's used to kickstart the fermentation process. These starters are crafted from rice powder, herbs, and leaves, and contain functional microorganisms that biochemically transform steamed rice into the brew. No celebration, ritual, or even funeral is complete without rice beer. Containers or pots whittled out of dried, hollow bamboo add to the appeal of these brews. Mojibur Khan, researcher at Institute of Advanced Studies in Science and Technology in Guwahati, says, and I quote, "For the Rabha tribes, drinking of rice beer is an important part of the Koksi Puja. Some tribes also offer it to their deceased forefathers. In Bihu, one of the most important festivals of Assam, it's an integral part of the celebration. The microbial consortium and the process of fermentation of these beers not only enhance nutrition, they also infuse them with a dose of probiotics. So how does it happen? The process involves breakdown of starch into sugars by microbes, followed by conversion of sugar to alcohol." Mojibur Khan further explains, "During the course of fermentation, a group of metabolites such as lactic acid, alcohol enzymes, antimicrobial substances, aromatic compounds, organic acids, etc. are produced. In folklore, rice beer is believed to have positive health effects, including stimulation of the immune system, reduction of the cholesterol levels, prevention of gastrointestinal ailments, and expelling worms. It also gives a kick, stimulates the brain, and shoots down stress." Mojibur Khan says, and I quote, "As a substantial portion of the population consumes it regularly, our research group has been actively trying to understand the effects of traditional rice beer on human health. One of our objectives in the study is to understand its effect on human gut microbiota, and if it has any, then to show how it affects the gut-brain axis." To assess this, studies were carried out in a mouse model, where they were fed with different preparations of rice beer at a predetermined rate and a specific period. Results indicate that the animals that consumed solid fraction of rice beer and the low alcohol containing diluted rice beer showed reduced anxiety-related symptoms. The same group of animals also had better learning capacity and memory. These findings were presented by research scholar Bhuvan Bhaskar at a conference organized by IIT Guwahati. He says, and I quote, Treatment with rice beer reduced anxiety and improved the memory, which is an indication of psychobiotic effect. Studies on the components of rice beer associated with such effects is ongoing. So what's next? The group is exploring the possibility of developing such psychobiotics from rice beer.